Hello, journeymen, journeywomen. This is a hero's journey with Dr. D, the podcast. This podcast was designed to inspire, to encourage, to educate, and to motivate, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. Now, for an entertaining video version of this episode, along with many more and my YouTube series, go to a hero's journey with drd.com. Now, let's begin.
You can bask in a state of hopelessness, or you could progress in a state of mind. And when I talked to him, he came down and talked to him at my father's funeral. And I talked to him on the phone as well. His state of mind is focused, and he's aimed, he's targeted, and he's ready for action. Project to go to play. The Chicago Steppenwolf. And they sold out. They sold out. That's pretty good. And it's been talked about this play all year long, but when he got out, he was on a mission to produce and do the play. Even when I talked to him, he was actually talking about, I got people pulling me in different areas, and I have a certain amount of time that I have, because he still was on lockdown. I think in November, October, November, he was able, after the funeral, he was able to get December to get released totally 100% free. So now his time is his. So the thing about your time being yours, is it really, or is it really how you use your time? Is the time really yours, or is how you use your time? Because we're all given 24 hours in a day, and we all have a certain amount of time to live, to exist, to create. But how do you create? How do we create in the time that we are allotted? Now, my nephew spent 25 and incarcerated, and somebody spending time in a system. But he took time to find out what can he do to benefit his life's purpose in the system. Some people exist while they're incarcerated. Others thrive and pursue something mentally, so when they're released, they can let out what they think. I say it's somewhat like my nephew's life has been an incubator. Because who's to say that if he's out in this society that he'd be living? So maybe God just was keeping him for a time as such as this. Who this? Maybe I turn it sideways, let me see who this. Who's watching? I'm subscribed. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Orientation lock. I ain't trying to lock orientation. Come on back here. Alright, try to lock orientation. I just can't stand when it does that. And lock my orientation, I gotta go back straight. I didn't mean to go back straight, but I'm back straight. Okay, so some people actually just, who's this? Goodbye, cooking up. Okay, hit that like button if you haven't. Come on, somebody. I appreciate ya. Okay, so what? So some people actually, in times that you're incarcerated, sometimes you do something wrong. So even the Bible says that you actually, the people that you're around, you're judged by the people that you're around. And so still, that's a choice. That's a decision. And sometimes at a young age, you make an unwise decision that leads you with a consequence. And so whether you did wrong, you did right, or you just with the wrong people, it's still a choice. It's still a choice. Okay, go inside and see the play. I'm trying to rush that. You can see it now. See the play. I'm trying to see what he's done. He said that a lot of us Some people have the gift of singing, some people have the gift of speaking. He said, but he has a theatrical gift. And so I'm excited, I'm happy to say that he utilizes time to harness a craft. And he received the print award while he was away, and he was as his certain accolades, and so that's good. That's good because he used the time. But often people have time and they're not doing time. They're outside and they're free, but they're locked up in their mind. They're outside of bars, they're outside of a penitentiary, they're outside of incarceration, but they're locked up in their mind. They're free, but they're bound. He realized the situation, he realized the event, he realized the area that he was in, and he realized that he didn't have to be bound even though he had chains. Why are we walking around bound and we don't have chains? We don't have chains on our arms, hands, feet, but we have chains on our mind. And if you have chains in your mind, you truly are incarcerated. You are existing and not living. And it's fueled by passion. So are you passionate enough? Are you passionate enough to do something and to prepare while you're incarcerated for 25 years? The lessons you can learn, the books that you can read, the skill sets that you can learn by being in one place. But now he's out. He doesn't have time to waste. And commendable that he's going to play. This you should see the setup. He did the setup on Facebook, did a walkthrough about the actors to play, the guys he's working with. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Because it is a nice theater setup. Nice theater setup. I'm head out there, support him. Oh, I get there right on time. Yeah, I got my water. Come on now. Y'all gonna let me get through. Moving so slow. They got the turn signal on, but they ain't turning. Come on. This is End of Streets with Dr. D. If you finally value this content, how about you help me help you so we can help others out by clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. And like my man said down below, said, click the because actually it helps me. Organically helps me build and grow so we can make it better tomorrow, today. My goal objective is actually to be able to do stuff in Chicago and North Carolina, Virginia, certain areas, and I can bring it to you. And because my moniker on my channel is to encourage, to motivate, and to inspire.
All right. Make sure my sound is right. My sound is right. All right. Okay. Hey, journeyman, journeywoman. This is the hero's journey with Dr. Clean. It encourages and motivates just by helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. If you find any value in this content, how about you help me help you really help others? How? By clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. Because when you do this, you organically help build and grow with me so we can make a better tomorrow today. That's what you do. Yeah. Help me make it better tomorrow today. And this before we start off, I'm going to go over and put a link over into my good evening. Sounds good. Oh, thanks, Tito. Like that sound check. Appreciate it. Help. I say need help. Okay. Bam. Okay, I put my link over into my section. I put the link in the comment section. For those who want to get your 2 cents to get a metaphorical nickel back, by golly, gee Willie, go ahead and do it. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh. So like I said before, hit the encourage, I didn't say this before, but hit the encourage and motivate just by helping you get out of your first move and creating a better. Love you too. And thank you too. All right, today we're doing a live update of recap update and Q&A of Prison to Broadway. Prison to Broadway, and I put in a subtitle of it's a state of mind. It's a state of mind. Now, this is what I'm about to expound on. First, I'm going to do a recap, then I'm going to do an update, and then do a Q&A. And the Q&A, you can just go ahead and put yourself into the in the back room for now, and then when I get to the Q&A, I click it on, and you can give me your 2 cents, and hey, you the metaphorical nickel. See, metaphorical, that's what I said. I said metaphorical. Okay, let me see. Oh, let me see. I got some sound effects. I can hear Jack. Sound effects. Sound effects. That really ticks me off a little bit. Ticks me off. But not that bad. Okay, so what it is that we're doing, like I stated before on the 8-minute video. The 8-minute video, 8-9 minutes, I had to edit. The 8-minute video I was doing, I did it while I was doing a segment called In Them Streets. I do on my channel, In Them Streets. And I was doing In Them Streets while I was on the road. I was doing In Them Streets while I was on the road. And while I was on the road, I went home. I went home to go check out my nephew. My nephew has been recently liberated. He recently has been liberated. So, okay. Okay, cool. Okay, let me see. I got, just check the links. Just check the links. Just it's available to get on. Just put in I got the link in the chat section. Click the link and you should be able to get them in on the side. Okay. All right. So what I did is that I was driving down the road and I got inspired. I got inspired to do a video clip about, and I titled it Prison to Broadway due to my nephew's endeavors. And it was pretty impressive. Now, this is me talking about while I was going. I was talking about my thoughts and my ideas and how I was feeling while I was embarking on the experience. Because I've never been to, I think I saw Lion King, but that's Broadway. But I've never really been to a Chicago off-Broadway play before. And the thing about this is that this off-Broadway is at Steppenwolf. It's an old theater and very nice in Chicago. But the biggest thing is that it's done by Daniels. Tucson, my nephew, he spent 26 years. And when he got out, he hit the ground running. Because I feel this way. Now, I think he's on the side. He's on the side. He's in the back room, so he's going to come in and give his take if he chooses to come on or if he chooses to put something in the chat line. I look at it this way, is that sometimes we think that the situation that we get into, sometimes we think that's a situation that Musa, sometimes with the situation we get into are the death of us, for the most part. We think it's the death of us. We think that it's the end of us. We think that there's no way out. We think that we are live or we'll die in there. We breathe the stale air and we'll never survive, never come up to breathe. However, Is being incarcerated or being a relationship that you feel there's no way out, is there really no way out? Or is that just a state of mind? Is there no way out or is that just a state of mind? Is it that it's just an incubator creating a masterpiece to present to the world? Is it just an incubator creating a masterpiece just to present to the world? See, I'm talking about the facility that my nephew's in, but also you talk about different situations people are in, relationships people are in, that they may think that it's terrible, it's bad, you should be miserable. But could that not just be an incubator so you can present yourself to the world? We always want things great, but where's the lessons in? The lessons are created in a state of mind in the middle of hell. But what peace will you create in the middle of your hell? Will you create a production company with a couple of your brothers and come out and present to a sold out house like my nephew did? But see, it wasn't luck. It wasn't by chance. It's preparation. He prepped, he practiced, he produced. There it is. He prepped, he practiced, he produced, and he got results. I was thoroughly impressed. The acting, the setup, the presentation. I was like, in my mind, I said, I think 11 hours is 26 years. I can give him 11 hours. Especially as I haven't went to any arrest at the spot to see him. And you know what? I'm glad I did. What do we all have if we don't have family? Buildings will be here. Dixon will be here. Situations will be here. But people, we have a time clock. We have a time clock. And the thing is with that time clock, will you make it matter? Will you make it matter? Will you make the time that you have here on earth matter? People think that, oh, whoa, I can't believe he's lost all that life. But the truth of the matter, is it possible that he may gain? No, we're living longer now. Y'all know that, right? People living longer. So therefore, a lot of people are not even living, and they're not even incarcerated. They're just existing. What are you doing? Are you living, or are you existing? All right. That is okay. And pretty much my 8-minute video talked about what I just said about how he utilized the time that he had to prepare for his release, so to speak. And so he prepared. He knew he wouldn't be there forever, and he knew he was there for a while. So he used the resources that he had. He used where he was to get all he can get so he could present. Yeah, that's what I think. However, let me let some people get on and everybody and give me your 2 cents. You may get a metaphorical nickelback. Metaphorical nickel. Yeah, I don't know what my sound go off. I have my music playing and everything just went off. I don't know. Is it me? Y'all hear me? I know y'all hear me. Let me see. Let me see. I'm going back to my audio. Everything's, I hear my audio, but my music just goes off. I don't know why. But let me see if I can. Wanna move my feet? Let me see if I get a clap. All right. Oh, yes. All right. So let me see. Let me see if I get a clap. I got a punch a slap. Oh, more than Okay, so more update enough to go. I'm gonna do another video. Generally, I do a lot of discussion in Q&As, and I'm going back and forth with discussions for recap, update, and Q&As. That's based on a previous video I've done. So that's why I'm doing a wrap up with a summary about the video I previously done. And the update is that I will be doing more content. You'll see more shorts. You see me more shorts. You see reviews, and I had a couple of meditation videos that I'm trying to present as well as next week. And also, I'm doing my live on Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. All right, so that's my update for next week. Now, this is, let me let people on. Let me let people on. We got people on the side, so let me see. All right. You ain't trying to come on, huh? Let me, I got you. I got you. I can't hear your sound, though. Let me see. I got a chat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got me? I got you. Let me see if I can. Let me see. All right. Now, but you'll like this right here. Let me see. Where's it? Where's it at? All right, area. All right. I got you. Sound familiar?
To me,
Yeah.
it's boot camp type of stuff.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I got you. I got you. I got you. Now, I got some people on the side. Actually, I got on chat. It said, Tucson, are you available to get on? And Tari, are you available to get on? Because I don't see you in my. Then he put another link up here. I put a link in the chat section. So whoever's on the, y'all can get on.
Just tell them to click the link. Click the link and come on in.
Just click
Join us.
All right. Okay. 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 I put the link up. Yeah, I know you hear the music. I cut the music off. Get one off. Let me cut the music back off. But it's Tara, you come on. Tucson, you come on. You come on. You ever? You gotta wait. Let me see. I don't want to go. Let me see my interior. That's a cloud. What up? What up? What up?
Hey, y'all.
What's up, too?
Can you hear me? What's up with y'all?
Can you hear me? I'm doing
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can
You hear
hear
me? Okay.
you. Yeah.
Oh, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I think your sister coming on too. Just be fair. Let me see. All right. Okay.
I know.
All right. Is this the image?
Hello.
Hello. Let me see.
Yes.
All right. Oh, Lord. I can move. Let me see. Hey. Yeah, let me go back down. Let me screw it down. All right. Okay. Okay. Jamar.
Yes, it is. It's me. How you do?
Doing fine. Are you? No, Ty, I got you. Jamal. Jamal.
Well, I'm trying to get my screen together.
Okay.
Sure,
That was you, huh? Ty, you said that was you?
That's me.
Okay. I know it's you. I see you. Okay, that's okay. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's one. I think I have that person here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay. I pretty much gave it. That you on tomorrow? Are you on? I can't see you. You pop back on. Yep. All right. Okay. Hey, people, thank y'all for showing up on my show. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. And so, Tito, did you get a chance to look at the video?
No, I did not see the video.
Okay. That's why I did the summary. Did anybody get a chance to look at the video?
Yeah.
Did anybody look at the video?
Yeah. I viewed the video.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's about you. Hey. So on my brief summary and or the video and on the lived experience, what's your take?
My take is, first of all, I appreciate you putting those contexts of the 26 years in relation to you driving 11 hours. I appreciate your sacrifice, even in taking the time. It's funny because when I started this journey, man, like, my only runt was to not do my mother and father, not continually commit the wrong in how they raised me and try to be the man they raised me in the circumstances that I was in. So that was my like my judge and my juror until since kind of settled within my spirit. I asked myself a simple question. I say, how would my mother and father feel if I made these decisions? And, you know, a lot of times me just being productive inside that particular in the walls where it was about me realizing that I had, you say D's up, I had a Daniels, that name to live up to. That carried me into, I was able to find my purpose. I was able to find some sense. So it's crazy because I used to believe in this context as far as, man, jail is a place that is without love. Just think about this context. They call you inmate. And an inmate is a compound term. In meaning it resides from in, a place where you reside. And mate is a French etymology. It relates to checkmate. So checkmate is death. You reside in death. And this stigma and this word association, it can imbue upon your spirit. But the very thing that carried me was the prayers from my mother, my father, my grandfather, my grandmothers, you, my uncles, my sisters. So it's the very concept of love that kind of carried me through. I think I am a manifestation of all those prayers and all those people who was really in my particular corner. And as my family is a creative, and I ain't got the blessing of singing or an instrument of song. My pen was the answer of my therapy. My pen is how I wrestle with God in order to carve out the iniquities and the things that was really hampering my spirit while I was incarcerated. So yeah, it's like, you're right, man. Think about the concept of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego being purified by that level of fire. And I truly was in level of fire that I put my own self in, but relying on that core principles and the things that was instilled in me is how I came to exist. My boy Bones, there you go. You gotta forgive me. This gentleman right here, man, is a true trusted friend, man. And me and him have a similar
Yeah.
value.
Forgive me.
Like similar values, and like I say this often, like you gravitate what you radiate, and even a place
Right.
so dark like that, you tend to gravitate and pull bros like Jamil into your cycles. Yeah. No, I'm always
So,
gonna be here to support, brother. I know, bro. And I truly appreciate it. I gotta tell you, man, like y'all looking at the Puerto Rican Mark Anthony right there. Y'all know, let's start, right? Man, let's start it, man. Like
I'm just one of many, bro.
He had support, man.
Absolutely.
Real.
that's good. You know, when I made this statement that from prison to prison Broadway, and then what came to me that is, would it be a valid statement to say, is it a state of mind or a state of being, or some people let the location or the situation create them, or do you create the whole situation out of that situation?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I believe. Like it's crazy because it was this concept of a steel point, and a steel point resides in us all. You must foster your light, and your light can shine wherever you at. Even the story is even the search for justice. It came out of Mud Theater, which was a theater group that we found in prison. You know, we're like I'm talking about. We won awards. There's this movie called City, and it illustrates about a theater group inside a prison in New York, and they had like outside help. They had professionals come in there and try to teach them the nuance of writing plays. Well, we beat them, not just in 1 year, consistently, and all we had was ourselves. Like we continue to foster that, like about no outside help, only just the willing participant of people like Jamil Lopez, people like King Musa, our founder like Brian Bills, Darian Benson, and all we had was our willing spirit to prove that we was better than the circumstances that we was in.
The truth.
So, like the light within you, that spark of humanity, that God particle that exists in your being, it can overcome everything, anything. Just think of the context. Like this young man right here, he was locked up. We was 14,
15.
15. I was gone 18. Brian Bills, 35 years and he exonerated. King Musa, 14 years old. Darian Benson, 17 years old. And these people that rely on their greatness because it's God-given. Like it was his concept with his bro. He say, they buried us, but they didn't know we were seeds. So like, it's always in you. You can tap into our DNA unto itself is unique. Like it would never be another Byron Daniels. I don't care how many bald head black men that's in our family. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. I'm holding on though. Come on.
Maybe you'll get the road. You'll get the manscape.
Nah, yeah, they got Beijing now, so I can spray paint this.
No, they got some they got man weave.
They got overlay, or what you call it?
The overlap. No, ain't no Donald Trumps over here. But I say this to say that you unique unto yourself. So and there would never be no DNA. You can have a million children. It will not be no true replicate. They will have markers. They will have resemble. But your spirit is unique unto itself. It can't nobody take that from a system that stigmatizes you. It can't take it from you. But it's up to you to have faith. Like it's up to you to have faith and pull it out of yourself, man. So
You think people think now? I use because your situation is current, and but we all go through situations, and I believe that we all go through situations where the incarceration is in a literal facility or is in a relationship.
yeah.
And some people feel as if it not saying that it being wrong with either of the parties, but something may be inside of you that needs some adjustments. And so what happens is that people think that things need to be perfect but maybe God's just trying to perfect you.
Yeah.
I mean, is it anybody can stay in a relationship where everything's sunny?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But suppose you're in the middle of hell.
Just think about that concept, right? Like aggregation unto itself. Before people, human beings even grew, you had the pygmies, and the pygmies just relied on things dropping from the tree. They didn't aggregate and toil the land. But once you aggregate and toil the land, now things grow in abundance. It's such as your spirit. We get all this toxicity that get pushed on us, all these worldly influences that get bombarded of us, and we don't know how to be ourselves, our unique original selves.
Right.
I don't know if prison, you know, is the thing that broke me and coming to my truest form of self. But I know I was purified in the fire. I did a burn. You know what I mean? So it's that level of like the whole allegory of wrestling with God. The one wouldn't let Israel will let you go until you bless me. The destroying of the temple of him. That's the anguish and agony in which you spent 26 years away from the very people you love the most on this earth. And like, you know, but I wouldn't let go. You know, I wouldn't let go. And, you know.
So tell me this: when was the breaking point? You said, "Man, forget this. I gotta drop. Because I'm pretty sure when you went in, is a certain level is grief. Like how long? Is grief as a man? You in your feelings right now. How long did it take you to get out your feelings to get on your grind?
I can't give you an incident. I can't give you an incident. I think it was like a slow.
No, I'm talking about like was 6 months, a year when you went.
I was clinically, I was undiagnosed depressed for the first 7 years of my being. You know, like, well, I thought every day about doing a face first off the third gallery. But the only thing I had about mine was I couldn't hurt my mother and my father like this. That was the only thing I couldn't hurt my mother and my father like that.
Yeah, you know why you couldn't hurt your dad? Because then you got to pay him back his money.
You don't have many years. You cheaper room, you know what I'm saying?
Did he leave anything in the sale? Getting the money?
Wow. It was like
waiting up there in commissary.
When it was a moment like my pops, man. My pops, he hard sometimes, but he's a great person, a great heart. Yeah. I started to write. I wrote this blog called The Sanctuary for a Sky Soul. It was a story, really the first time I got to enjoy somebody on the second gallery was getting raped. And it was like, man, I'm 5'5", 125 pounds at a particular time, and I got a cellmate that get that beat all the time. I ain't know the dude really was just trying to stunt so he go to PC, which is protective custody. He was trying to get out the cell, so he was just saying that. All I see in my man, like, oh my God, it's like Shawshank Redemption. I was like, what in the world?
Is this dude was trying to fight your pop said? He said every day you wake up, he want to fight you every day.
Everything. But I wrote that story and I put it on a Sanctuary for Sky Soul, a blog, and I began to find myself in that. When I detailed the scenery of the shotgun going in and the smoke being cleared and the fluorescent lights and all those things, and my pops was like, man, you might got something here. And that's when it started, that pen became a level of therapy. So that's when I started working myself out. Like as far as I was an avid reader in the eloquence of which like W.B. Du Bois did in The Souls of Black Folks. I was taking it back at Toni Morrison and the Top Baby and the Brewer's Eyes, how she tried to have this a sociological aspect. It only related to that post antebellum. I started getting to the history of Jacob Carruthers. I started even that character you speak about, a very in a particular play. I named him after a very Baraka. Like Barry Rocker is this famed poet. It is like it is black communist enthusiast. Or John Henry Clark, who wrote Before the Mayflower. These people started to give me insight about what it meant not only to be a man, but what it be the black man in America. And then I relied on love that's been instilled in me ever since I was born on this earth. And that kind of cultivated my way of thinking. But it was a slow reveal to be comfortable enough with myself.
Okay.
Because there's this old T.S. Eliot quote, like you go around the world and you're arriving at the same point and you see it differently. For me, I took the long way to get to this point. Like everything I ever needed was instilled in me. Everything.
Hey, Jamal, what about yours?
And mine was a long one. Honestly, it took me to understand that I wasn't going to be afforded to live a normal life, meaning have the tangible life experience. So I had to get mine educational wise. So once I started embarking on my education, expanding my mind as far as everything from different cultures, from different economic means, different tribals, and just understanding different concepts from all around the world, not just Americanized and just this westernized mindset. That's when my mind started expanding and grow. It took a few years, 5, 6 years into it. And it's anybody who's been through that, probably been incarcerated, they understand that there's only two things that's going to come out of it. Either you're going to be better or you're going to be worse. And you have to make that conscious effort. And once you do, your journey's just going to embark you on where it goes. Like you never know where it's going to take you. Like, for instance, look at where we at right now.
The question goes, are you going to be the king on your chessboard or just a pawn?
And
Right.
I just literally put a post like that. It's not about how many times you win. It's about not giving up while you losing. Like literally, I just posted that this morning with a chess piece. So
Yeah.
that's literally all facts right there. That's just like
around this board to be a stalemate because I ain't giving up.
Nah, can't get him.
I ain't giving up. I ain't giving up. No,
And to take that fighting mentality. If you have to be here. If you ain't got it here, you're never gonna succeed.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't care how much talent you got, how athletic you are, how much music you could do, like how much money you got. If your mental state of mind ain't ready or don't have the capacity for that growth, you still gonna be stuck growth. It don't even matter. So I've seen a lot of guys go in there young and stay in that young state of mind and never grow out of it. And that's one of the saddest things because there's opportunities in there. They're slim and they're marginal, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's in your mindset. You got to really hunker down and focus in it. You ain't got no choice.
Well, you are.
Mhm.
You are. Do you look and say, I want to go to that prison instead of this prison? We got better to it.
I've been told that. The last one I was just in, they said it was one of the best ones. I went down there. It was one of the worst ones I've ever been through. It's all on you and your plight. But at the end of the day, my journey led me there. And I ran into brothers like Tucson and a lot of things we created in there and different things that we did together. And look, took a life on its own. So yeah, take it as it comes.
How long when did Brian, with the inception of the Mud Project, did that happen with all you all, or did Brian start playing? Brian, did y'all create the Mud Project?
The Mud Theater project started. It's a derivative of the Dixon Theater workshop, and that's what we founded in 2018, 19. The lead is
Y'all found the workshop. I know you found the Mud Project, but which one?
We found the Dixon Theater workshop. Dixon, which Jamil. I saw me calling about his name, but we call him Bone. Bone was a participant in, and not only that, Bones also co-wrote in 2023 or 23 or 22.
Right around COVID.
Yeah, we had a #1 playwright in the country through Penn America, which is the story of violence. Like he was a co-writer in that particular endeavor, but it started out with 5. Right? Proposed this idea that we come together in 2018 on the verge of 2019, that we come together and we form something that's never been done within Dixon. And through that, we formed the Dixon Theater Workshop. And so in the Dixon Theater Workshop, we had over, I believe, 7 original plays. We had 12 different, like 15 different events between the hip hop and the music and the panels. But we was able to create this ethos of creativity. And when he got home in 2024, December 13th of 2024, I was still in the joint. It was Musa was out here, who was one of the 5 founders, and Darius Franklin, who was another one of those 5 founders. He was like, man, let's do everything we did in there. And this man, like, he didn't just get out. He got exonerated for being wrongfully convicted for 35 years. So 2023, December 13th, 2023.
All the y'all got together, so let's do what we was doing in the joint.
Let's do what we do in the joint. I'm still locked up. Like, I'm still in Robinson.
That's
Like,
that's why your feet was burning.
yeah, I'm still in Robinson, and he like, man, I'm trying to get the bud together. He, and he doing what he doing. So I get to work release May 15th. Not only I get to work release, but another this creative savant. I ain't call him savant because he's just a brilliant kid. But this phenom, Darian Benson, also was in the work release center with me. And he came in 2 weeks before me. So now the whole crew. And he was another one of the original 5 members of the Dixon Theater Workshop. So now the whole crew home. And so
You want to call savant because you want people thinking like you like Rain Man?
I ain't gonna alienate him just to be he can do some creative stuff. He's a smart kid, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be giving him that. But
And you know why it transcends though from inside out, man? Because it's just the message, man. When the best music is raw music. The best movies is when they uncut. So like when you giving people that raw, them real emotions that they don't see, like the real and articulate in a way that they never thought.
Yeah. And let me tell you, like with Bro in particular, like the story of violence is a play that examines these systemic levels of oppression that created these communities of violence. What happened was Bones came to me with a Obama speech. He came to me with a Obama speech.
That was Obama's first speech on race, because he never really tried to taboo it. He never tried to go there. But that was his first
speech about race. But in it, he examined about how do we get to this particular point, as far as how we get through the great migration for people who was trying to escape the racism of the South. How we got here, we got ensnared and trapped into the black belts, and then how these factory jobs it was obsolete that led to the war on drugs, that led to mass incarceration. And I was able to tell them a story around it. It helped with Bones. It helped with Timbo. It helped with I forgot Tim Jones, I think his name.
But you remember the analogy I used? Because it was I had one a little writing contest on the newspaper outside the week. It was simple. It was just the best way to explain to somebody something that never been through, especially somebody who's never been through violence. Like you try to explain white America what is violence, or like how we grieve, or what our traumas. They don't understand that. So like you have to correlate or connect something, and with them is always animals. You understand animals. So I made it a quick analogy where it's like, how do you in the animal kingdom, how do you differentiate the predator versus prey in that society?
Yeah.
And the simplest answer is through violence. The most violent animals contain or have the majority part of the resource. So now I put that analogy to all our cities all across America.
Yeah.
So now the top of the food chain has all the resources, and everybody's at the bottom fighting for the rest of it. So that creates a continuous cycle of violence and create chaos, and they know this. Yeah. And by the end of it, the long story short, the end of it, I end up putting. Now, with me explaining to you with this analogy, if you don't understand, that's the real root of all this violence. Because now you're just being ignorant. You're complicit with it, or you're ignorant, which is even worse to me. So,
so like it was just crazy. We was in them places, and not only did we came with this psychosis of why it is, but we also try to give an insight to resolution. Like it was just like
not just talk about a problem, but actually
look at us tangible results in order to try to change. And these happen inside the places they call hell, inside the places where they say they just could throw us away. It's just Man, it's so refreshing. It was a moment that I had at Stephen, and I tell the story often. I remember when I got off the paddy wagon. And for those with paddy wagon, you go to this arraignment where you basically, they'll read your charge to the judge and they could say whether or not you was arrested within the constitutional right. For most people who was fighting violent crimes, you just call something that superseded indictment, meaning that they go to some grand jury and they surpass that rule of law. But anyway, I'm leading into the particular courtroom. And this police, he looked at me. And he's just matter of fact with it. He said, your life is over.
Yeah.
He said, like, he wasn't venomous. He wasn't no disdain in his tongue. He was just keeping it what it was. And at that time, I've always been like a fighter. I felt like my life was on. And when I was looking at, I'm looking at all these people that look, I'm looking at all this multicultural people that came to before the show that the brother did the project put out there. It just caught. Yeah, he was right. My life was over as that teenager, but it wasn't over completely because this is a manifestation. This is stuff that really came out the mud. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that experience, man. Y'all never know what that meant to me to come home and to not feel like to be stigmatized, to not be casted as lower class, and the people that love me the most. Y'all never know what that really truly, how that really made me feel at that moment. It was because it wasn't a celebration about me. It was a celebration about resilience and our ability to all come about in the mud. So I'm just thankful for that. I'm thankful for that.
Right. We all have, everybody's got different types of situations. And no, I'm not going to involve like Tito, for instance, but he's military.
Okay.
He's military. So how would you, in no contrast, 26 years, in no contrast to 14 years. However, but I've been told in some cases when you first start military, is who's your daddy? So go ahead.
I would say this. It was one thing that the brothers hit on, and it's mindset. I think I said this before on a previous YouTube. Like how two sons say he was 5'5" and like 120 pounds or so, 25 pounds, something like that. I don't remember your exact words. I was 125 pounds and 5'9".
Oh wow.
And I remember a family friend, he was in the Army and his son was a Marine, and I was going into Marine Corps boot camp. And I remember him telling me that I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't be because of my small frame and my stature. And his son was that poster boy Marine with on the posters, nice, fit, tall, lean, muscular build, athletically built. And I remember that was part of the thing that I realized in boot camp it's a mindset. It ain't how big your muscles is or your physical physique. It's the mindset. I had a mindset of alignment, where I was going to be a conqueror. I was going to be a ruler. I wouldn't let my statue hold me back. Because for me, growing up, being that size and where I grew up at, hey, you had to handle your business. You had to stand on your feet. Because you get in a fight, you get knocked down, you get stomped by people that's not even in the fight. So you had to know how to handle yourself. So it started with mindset, but my mindset didn't all the way click. I had the mindset I could do it. And I tell you, it was my first year in the Marine Corps, being away from home and things like that. I still had what we call back on the block mentality. I still wanted to be like, want to have that mindset of where I grew up home, and trying to bring that mindset into the environment that I was in the military. And I used to get in so much trouble, but I had good leaders. I had I had leaders that most of my senior leaders was remnants of the Vietnam War, and so had conflicts. They believe in taking care of. And with that being said, they saw potential in me. And it was just one day I woke up in my barracks room, looking up at the ceiling, and I said, I got to play this game. So when I decided to play the game, and what I mean by play this game is I got to play by the rules. Right? So when I changed my mindset and said, hey, I got to play by the rules, and I started educating myself and things like, that's when I excel. And it is just awesome. Just listen to both of you brothers talk that it started with your mindsets, picking up the books, reading, expanding your minds. Now, the way y'all spoke and y'all spoke out eloquently and stuff like that, I would have never known that y'all was incarcerated for the amount of time that you was incarcerated. You understand what I'm saying? That just show you how your mindset had developed, how you got into the books and you expanded your mind and you was able to see things from a different point of view and to see things from a different light. And you didn't let your circumstance prep you and define who you are. You redefine yourself through your mind, and that right there pushed it in your heart where you was able to push it out to other people and to come out and be successful. So I think that's deep. That's very deep. And when you spoke on that seed thing, Brother Tucson, at the beginning, you said you was planted. I'm gonna paraphrase a little bit here. You said you was planted. That's deep. That's deep because when you think about a seed, sometimes the ground that the seed is put in is not always the most fertile ground. But a strong seed will break the most barren ground and pull the impossible. You see what I'm saying? So you're a strong seed, brother. You are definitely a strong seed. And a lot of that comes from the fertilization of your family life, Dr. Daniels, and how you spoke upon your parents, how you didn't want to let your parents down. That was part of that fertilization that you need to be able to grow and to become who you are today. And I will say to both of you brothers right now, hey, y'all did y'all time. And don't let anybody in this world doubt how y'all being reformed and how and you know your mind, because some people in this world will still try to challenge you and won't let you and won't let you forget your past, but you paid your debt. And all thing you got to do is just stand on who you are and continue to walk forward and keep that mind that you had while you was at what locked up, and keep that mind out here to show everybody that hey, you are changed. You two are changed, man. Your mind is different. And that's one thing they can't lock up. They can't lock that up. They can talk your body, but they can't lock up your mind.
Yeah, I say it like this is people like the seed. I say it's like I said in the video. Say it's like y'all just in the incubator. Incubator. Moses was inside of the mountain for 40 years. You think about that? Moses was on the side of the mountain for 40 years. Yeah, that guy y'all had to do 40 years. The family people. Yeah. I know Moses like, but God, you still. God was supposed to set the people free. Man, I broke out of Egypt. I was the prince of Egypt. I was had AC before it was AC. Feed me grapes. And I broke out of here because I want to be with my family. And I'm in this process. And that's where a lot of people can't withstand the process to get to the prize. But sometimes people, they don't know the prize because they so caught up in the process and depression takes over them, they control them. And it's easy to do if you're in a situation. I mean, whether it's a situation where y'all is in or some situation other people outside, some people can't take it.
Man.
Other people can't take it. So the incubator is wild. That the true thing is, man, what God gonna do?
So
What God, all the study, all the classes, all the relation, the years, the bonding of relationships, understanding different people's mindsets. Y'all got 4 or 5 degrees. Because what you all have gotten, a lot of people gonna live a lifetime to get.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Y'all are some wise young men. I would say just make sure what you learn, that y'all keep that fire and you push it to your community, to the younger you that you see it. Because it's one thing that y'all can do. Y'all can relate to them in a way that I can't. That Dr. Daniels can't. A lot of their shoes and some
Let's go about the movies.
And you're not lying though, because I just recently got reached out for some of that stuff.
Some of the experiences y'all got, y'all can help prevent. Y'all can relate in a way and let them know, be real. I think Brother Lopez, I don't want to mix y'all up, but I believe you said about, now there might have been two something about being raw, being real, uncut.
Oh, that was
Yeah, okay. But that's deep. That's very deep because it's what people need to hear. Nobody needs to hear the patty cake game because that's not life.
There's no
That's not.
in it. Speak truth.
That's exactly why. Because my military background, my wife get on me because I'm straight up and I'm straightforward with what I say.
Don't you say?
If you say, you could have said it better. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. And I'm like, in my line of work, I didn't have time to sit there and try to explain.
Either you gonna get it, or
you won't get it or you won't get it. It's life or death. That's what it came down to. If I sit there and try to sugarcoat it and stuff hit the fan in a nice way,
life is life or death. So you gotta take it with that serious. You gotta match that urgency.
Man, keep doing the good work, man. Keep being out there. Keep your mindset that you have and continue to save your neighborhood, save your brothers and your sisters out there. And just keep fighting, man, because y'all testimony, man, it's good to hear. It's good for my soul. We went down different roads, but it's good for my soul.
Yeah.
Because you never know what your story and what your words and how it might inspire the next person. Because we never know what somebody is going.
That's
and
true.
the truth of the matter, a lot of us is a lot related in a lot of different ways, and we have some of the same struggles. And sometimes we just need to hear somebody else say, you know what, man, me too. But this is what we can do about it. This is how we can change this. This is what you could do. You don't have to go down this road.
So, Renee, do you have a perspective? Renee, sorry. Chime in.
Stop. I'm getting focused.
Somebody keep
What more?
Yeah, keep looking. This is my sister. Bald right here. Hey, this is what happened. Keep moving.
heard this is somebody cooking.
That's my daughter. She's back there. Oh, I see. It's kind of lagging. But yeah, I mean, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of both you guys. Tucson, it's been a long road. And when people, I think that sometimes people don't understand a prison sentence. It's something that the whole family does. I see people they don't even they don't even comprehend because it's almost like a death. When you have somebody do this, your closest sibling, and they do it, I felt like he had died. And it was you can even ask my husband, it was a very,
Morning. I gotta go and get about here. Love you. I love you. I love you all. Bones, we talk.
not
we
really
go,
I thought that's so.
That's no
Appreciate you, bro.
all love, brother.
Hey, Renee.
Yeah.
You want to do something?
Nah. Yeah.
I gotta get you up. Okay.
Yes.
Did you want to chime in?
Just listen.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Dr. D, Renee on follow on as usual, a nap time.
You can't see.
He's off the screen. He's been off the screen the last couple of broadcasts. Yeah.
I will get fighting. That's one question.
Okay.
Let's get in the move.
Well, maybe I gotta cut you up because I can't hear you.
He's coming in goggling. I heard. Then I heard my name.
Yeah. You cut. I just can't hear you just goggling. Oh Lord. Okay, say it again.
Chastity wants
Okay.
You-
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask Tito. You still
Okay, good.
not sure if it's accurate, but does everyone who joined the Marine have to get a that kind of like the Marines do?
No. I'm gonna tell you right now. People, it's hard to believe I have not one tattoo. And a lot of times when I say I was a Marine, nobody believe it. Nobody believe I retired because I don't have the tattoos and things. And my mannerism has changed a lot since my Marine Corps days, but it come out of me at times. They be like, nah, dude, you what? But when I start growling, they be like, oh, okay, I see it. I see it now, but you don't have to have a tattoo. Tattoo was one of them things I decided not to have. But it's to go back to, for me, personal belief of marking the body and things like that. The only thing I ever had was my ears pierced. And that was a foolish teenage decision that I wish I could take back. It's, you know what I mean? But I haven't wore earring probably in 35 years.
But they close
You
right now.
know, yeah. You probably can't even tell I have it. I rub it, you feel like how I feel. And it feels like you got like a little knot in there. You know what I mean? But
You gotta redo it. Yeah.
yeah,
Do that pressure on you to do it, or is just something it's totally up to the person?
no, it's on the individual. And matter of fact, for the last few years that I was in, tattoos was frowned upon, especially if you get like what we call sleeves, where it's all the way up and down your arm.
Yeah.
And
My nephew
connecting.
can go in.
Yeah, it's one of them things that was frowned upon. They was trying to get more of a clean boy, not.
Well, nephew
I
get
wanna say
received
look.
because they had tattoo.
Yeah, so it's more of a trying to like clean it up. And people who had sleeves and things like that, when I was in, you had to get them documented, and you got grandfathered in at that time. But if you was a Marine and you didn't have them tattoos at the time they was doing all of that, you could have got NJP, wrote up and all that good stuff, and for your tattoos, and not be able to re-enlist when it was time to re-enlist. So tattoos is not one of them things that you have to do. That's a personal choice.
All right, I was just curious. The movie portrays it, but all right, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Some things they over dramatize to make it look like it's more than what it is. It's watching a war movie, a combat, and it saying some of the stuff that happened. You like, yeah, okay, you overdid that, and somebody, yeah, and then somebody's, nah. Sometimes what they put in the movie is for the effects and not necessarily all facts.
Okay. So what's I take of the show? We're gonna wrap it up. This is a good show.
Oh yeah, I think it was outstanding for me. The two young brothers, they was very, very positive. I like I like their mindset because, like I said, I can relate to that because that was a thing that I had to deal with and how I became successful. Now I know that I can do anything possible. I can, anything I set my mind to, as I'm flesh wise, anything I set my mind to, I can do it. But now as a Christian, I know it's all through God. Anything is possible through God. So I just love their mindset. I love how positive they were speaking. And like I said, I love the fact that they got in them books and they was able to educate themselves. And if you wouldn't have said that they spent the amount of time that they was incarcerated, you would never know. You would never know because they spoke well.
Jamal had he had a Malcolm X cadence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that one metaphor, like he used about wild animal predators and prey. Good, good way to explain things for, especially for someone that don't understand. I know for me, I got to see a lot of different cultures because of my military background and just being around people, more of an understanding and what we realized was it was more, we had more common than we had difference. And a lot of stuff just be stereotypes of things from movies or where you were from because you don't know. You only know what you on TV, or you only know what from your from from your neighborhood or your environment. If you would just put it like that, your environment, your community, because I grew up in Mobile, Alabama. It was black. You was either black or white. We had a few Asians, but that was like hair stores and seafood markets, things like that. And what you call them, swamp meats and but I remember, I think I said this before too, when I was in boot camp, one of the we used to use the term dark green and light green. Dark green, hey, you person of color; light green, you Caucasian. And one of the light green Marines were recruits at the time, called one of the Hispanic guys a wetback. And the drill instructor went berserk and IT this guy. He was just really going out. And I had no idea what that was. And not being funny, I was clueless. Now, if you would have said something some derogatory that was about black or white, I would have called it because that was the environment that I was in, what I was more accustomed to. So I leaned over and I whispered to one of the other recruits, what does this mean? And he was like, hey, like you've been calling in more. And I was like, oh, we people.
Yes. So what did drill sergeants do?
Oh, IT them, what we call IT, you, hey, push-ups now. You might have you do 10, hey, sit up now. We just keep running you through stuff and like chewing them out. And then you end up running them up out the swamp at the time. And I don't know what will be behind that. But something, it was crazy. And they just show you that environments me not knowing because of my environment, where I was from, my community. I wouldn't know that kind of stuff. But to expound on that, once I got in and I started being around different cultures, like I said, we had more in common than we had difference. And I got brothers that I call brothers that's of other colors, other race that I'm very close to. and and we don't. It seems we're more comfortable when it comes to that kind of stuff because we go off a person character. We learn to go more off of characters. Now, sometimes, yeah, everybody have they prejudice to a certain extent of when it comes to, I would say, self-defense in a way. Like you recognize, you see something, and be like, oh, it's just the truth. If you look where I'm from and you see somebody dressed a certain way, you naturally look at them. They might not be a threat, but you look and you pay it a little bit more attention. And that's what I mean by racism in a way. We all have that self-defense where certain things, if it triggers certain things in your mindset and that flight start kicking in, you look at her. And then you like, okay, when you realize it's not a threat, okay, all right, cool. And I can tell you, being here in Jacksonville, North Carolina, with a lot of veterans, half of them, you couldn't even tell that we're veterans because some of them grew their hair down their back. Some of them have dreadlocks. Some of them got tattoos. Some of them look like they in biker gangs, just all that different stuff. But that goes to that ignorance of trying to judge that book by the cover other than know what's inside that book. You learn things like that too. Wow, these are some of my brothers and sisters in arms that's running around here, and you may not think that they was retirees or they was military veterans or something like that, just because of the transformation that they made. Because I remember I grew an afro, after I retired, because you know what? I had to always keep a high and tight, low haircut, 0 to 3 inches. You know what I'm saying? So I let my hair grow and I let the hair on my face grow because I could. I was always clean shaven. It's certain things, and I always go by, a lot of times I introduce myself, I don't say my whole name. I say Tito. And a lot of people are like, why you just use your first name? Because I said, you know what? I waited all these years to get my first name back because it was always name and rank. You know what I mean? Not your first name. So I just say Tito. People like, hey, you, nah, I'm Tito. I'm brother Tito, not brother Wiz at all, whatever. Right. His brother Tito, because I like my first name. I feel like I got it back after my retirement, and that's what I want to use.
Okay. Right. What's that? So, Renee, did he answer your question?
Renee fell asleep. Oh, Lord.
I couldn't sound off.
You did.
What's that?
Yeah. No, yeah. Quite remarkable story. I think it's really awesome that you can have an experience like that and not be bitter. You come out and actually make things better. I think that's exceptional.
Yeah. Prisoner of Broadway. And they filming next month.
That's awesome, man. Because hey, you need to let us know when they actually release it, or you can.
I'll send you the clip. They have a clip of the documentary. The clip of it that's coming out on Netflix. I'll see the clip.
And that's awesome. That's awesome. That's a very positive thing, and we need more.
Yeah, the play is real good. There's a lot of passion that came out of it. A lot of passion. Because he pretty much wrote it. He had to change up the play. He was going to do the play that he wrote for the Penny Award, but he changed it up. Well, to address the need for the social justice of folks. He just changed it up. He's a writer.
Yeah, that's legit. That's legit. Hey, it's just like when you public speak, you have to know your audience, right?
That's right.
It's the same way, but you got to know your audience. I respect that. I respect that. But hey, I appreciate that subject of the night, and let your nephew and his friend Lopez let them know that, hey, keep up the good work and keep the fight going, and don't let nobody try to define them, because they done redefine themselves. And
Yeah.
they took, it sounded like they took accountability, and now they're showing their responsibility.
That's it. Yes, good.
Yeah.
All right. And last words? Was that your last words? Or
Yeah. That was my last words.
everything?
Hey, same thing. You know me. I always like to end it on Jesus, the Savior of the world. Jesus Christ. You don't have to try to say the Hebrew name.
Yeah. That's you. I'm a sheep.
Yeshua HaMashiach. The Mashiach.
That's it.
Yeah. You,
I'm
you
a
said-
Shia.
Sounds good to me. The Messiah.
Yeshua, I'm a Shia.
He's the only begotten Son of God, born of the Virgin Mary.
Yeah, Yeshua, I'm a Shia.
Yeah. Right. Just say yeah.
And,
Hey, brothers.
all right.
See y'all same time, same back channel next week.
Yes, all right. All
I
right.
can, hey, you are. Oh, is that a green screen, Diamond?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
not where you,
Yes, it's night.
okay. All right. Good.
No,
Yeah, it's nice.
yeah. Hey, Bobby, how much snow y'all got to get out?
Last night it was thin, but it came down late. But so it got 14 degrees. It was thin. Ain't no snow now. It was light.
We got 6 inches here. They done shut down school for the rest of the week.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we got
it,
we have about 3 inches here.
yeah, it started snowing like 7 o'clock. And then this morning, I didn't really go out that much, but the street was clear. It's cold, but the street's clear. Other than that.
Within.
All right, people.
Our streets were still iced over. They did the main roads. I ain't go nowhere, but in my subdivision, it's still like ice over. I'm like, if I ain't got to go nowhere, I'm cool. But hey, I'm in Jacksonville, North
You
Carolina.
in Mississippi?
No, I'm in
Town.
North Carolina, Jacksonville.
North Carolina. Oh, Jacksonville, North Carolina. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, people.
All right. Yeah, I have a good night, brothers.
We can take care. God bless.
All right, God bless. God.
Yes.
All right.
Want to move my feet?
Hey, gentlemen, thank you for showing up. Very timely show. Wow, wrap up into Broadway, had a couple of stars of faith come on the show and expound on their experiences and the impact that their stay had on their work. If you find any value in this content, how about you help me help you so we can help others out by clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. Why? Because life is just too short to live looking at no, it's not wild. If you find any value in this content, how about you? Let me see. I'm trying to put this thing up before you leave. If you find any value in this content, how about you help me help us so we can help up to subscribe, comment, and share it. Because when you do this, you organically help grow with me and build with me so we can make it better tomorrow, today. That's right, make it better tomorrow, today. And I just want you all to know that you are important. You are important, and please don't spend your life existing and not pursuing privilege. Please don't spend your life looking in the rearview mirror. Every day you get a vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward and never look back. Why? Because life is just too short to live looking in your rearview mirror. This is the Hero Journey with Dr. D, peace and blessings, and you look to your left or right on the replay, you should see a different playlist. You see a meditation playlist in the feast playlist, represented playlist. So check it out. And if you need me further, go down below, go to my A Hero, aheroseeks.org, and you've been called, or we just talked about the wolf system that we can't help you with. So this is the hero journey we got to be. Peace and blessings. And we
If you have enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you can be notified when a new episode is posted. So you can rave and review about this episode with your friends. And if you forget anything else from this episode, remember this, that every day you get a vertical, make it your goal in life to move forward and never move back. This is the Hero's Journey with Dr. D. Peace and blessings. And we're out!